Lots of sounds, squeaky chairs, going off topic.
It's so pleasant to the ears.
So pleasant to the ears.
Everything we do.
Anyway, let's start the show.
Does my voice sound weird?
No.
Okay, cool.
This is No Boys Allowed.
No,
My
nothing.
name is Jem.
Yeah.
This is our One Boy Allowed,
Yeah.
Justin, who will not be speaking in any words, only yeah.
Yeah.
Because today we're talking about Ariana Grande.
I don't think I can keep this up.
That's okay. You don't have to.
I wanted to commit to my own joke so bad, and I can't do it. I can't do it.
It's okay. You tried, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Last time, even though all of our shows are high quality, 100% high quality with zero flaws,
None.
I do feel like we kind of like speed ran our last few albums we were talking about yesterday.
We certainly did.
So today I have notes.
Okay.
We're going to stay on subject. So Ariana Grande was a recommended person, and I've been asked multiple times to talk about Ariana Grande. And now's the time.
Now's the time.
I just didn't feel like it. But now I feel like it.
Yeah. You have notes, which I find very admirable because I never need notes because I speak from the heart. And it's okay that you don't, but I do.
I speak from the heart, just through the paper. Anyway, so something that I think about Ariana Grande, something that's kind of remarkable. Did you hear all the mouth sounds I just gave?
Actually, no. Great. Thank you for sharing the mouth sounds, Jem. That was I really needed to hear
You're
them.
welcome.
I really needed
You're
to hear all
welcome.
of them.
Well, me personally, when I think of some of the first pop stars that I grew up with, I think the first that I can remember seeing their rise to fame, start to finish, was probably Gaga, but I was real young.
Right.
It was like the beginning, the moment I could start listening to my own music and not my parents' music, which was probably like first grade or something.
Sure.
Gaga.
Gaga.
So, like, Gaga was my first. But even then, it's a little hazy because I'm a baby.
You're so small.
I'm so small.
You're so young.
And all the Disney stars, my mom didn't let me watch them.
Wait, really?
Yeah, she was like, they're kissing.
Oh, okay, sure.
They're kissing,
I don't want my kids to see people kiss. That's
like,
gross.
In Hannah Montana, they kiss.
They kiss.
So I didn't watch any Hannah Montana
Your mom
at
didn't
all.
want you growing up around heterosexuality.
I know.
And I found
She
that
was
really...
keeping me away from heteros, and that's why
And I
am
do find
the
that
way
really
I am
admirable
today.
of her.
Thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
I think like the first teen show, even though it was not for teens, it was for children, was iCarly. That was the first one.
That was for like tweens.
Tweens, sure.
Yeah.
But that was the first that I watched. I remember when it came out. I remember the pilot.
Okay, yeah.
And then everything else I was late to.
Sure.
No Hannah Montana. That was not a part of my
See,
life.
I was like way too late to leaving the Disney Channel and stuff like that. Yeah.
Interesting. But when it comes to Ariana Grande, I watched all of Victorious. I remember when it aired. I remember every single detail of her rise to fame. I was completely cognizant during all of it.
Okay.
With the exception of Put Your Hearts Up, but that song flopped.
Yeah, can we talk about that really quickly?
Yeah.
I remember hearing about it a lot, but it's a song that I never actually heard
flop.
ever. I know
It
it's
was
a flop.
It was like her chance at her like Nickelodeon song. It
Right.
just was so bad. It was when she still had red hair. It was
Right.
flop.
And it's
So
not
that's
like
her real first song.
and it's like not for streaming anywhere. if
Yeah,
I
it's not
recall.
anywhere.
I don't understand. Like what
She
happened?
just hated it. She just didn't like it.
She didn't like it?
She talks about how she hates it.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember like it being kind of a thing in like YouTube like fan lip sync communities.
Yes.
Like outside of that, like,
Ari
that's
fans
about it.
love Put Your Hearts Up.
Why?
We'll go into this later.
We'll get
Ari
into it.
fans are a very unique breed.
And that they have really bad
really
taste.
weird taste.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ariana Grande's on Victorious, plays Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Standout character because she has red hair and talks high. Talks like Animal Crossing character.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a great impression, Justin.
I'm really good
I
at.
would like to no longer hear it.
It's so good that I'd like you to never
So
do it
good
again,
that I'd
so
like
as not
you
to
to
spoil
stop.
it.
So Victorious, I watched all of Victorious.
Me too. I watched all of Victorious recently.
I couldn't finish it.
It's really not good.
I stopped when they went to prison.
But that's when they do the cover of Want You Back, and
Yeah,
that's actually
that's
really
true.
good. I like.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm glad you like it.
Okay, well,
Anyway.
I have to leave. I'm sorry.
Anyway,
I'm being attacked.
there's better Victoria songs. songs.
Yeah.
It's mid. That one's mid. Anyway, so yeah, Victorious, and then Put Your Hearts Up is like her attempt at like Disney Nick song. Flopped. But then her hair stops being red. And it becomes brown.
Just like
And
her
you
skin
know what
color.
happens then? Just like her skin color. We'll get into that later.
Okay.
No, she's still white.
Well, yeah, but it's like tan.
True. She's a real Italiano woman. real Italian cooking. That's my favorite thing when you see like Sbarro. You walk back, it's real
authentic
Italiano
Italian kitchen.
Real Italiano cooking.
It's like, I don't know about that. And if you go to the Sbarros and you go to the back and you go to the kitchen, you find Ariana there.
That's true. She makes all the pizzas.
She cook the pasta.
She cook the pasta. She cook the pizza.
Yeah. Is this racist?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so then The Way comes out.
Ah!
Out of nowhere. She drops The Way featuring Mac Miller. Which is a song in my right before 6th grade. I listened to it on
non-stop.
When I was in middle school,
non-stop.
I bought like maybe 6 songs
that
I brought with me that I put on my slide phone. Did you have a slide phone, or did you come out with an iPhone out the gate?
My first phone when I got it in 7th grade. It was indeed an iPhone.
Some of us had to start from the bottom, and now we hear.
That's really hard for you. I can't.
So there was nowhere to play music, so I just went into the folder section and I put in individual files, audio files, and I had to press them one at a time.
You were really living like right.
That was 2 years.
Right above the poverty line, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
No, my parents just wanted to see me squirm.
Wow.
So I had Applause.
I
had Wrecking Ball. I had like Ballad of Mona Lisa by Panic at the Disco, Miss Jackson by Panic at the Disco.
Oh my God.
And then the 5th song, it was like The Way. It was The Way. It was The Way.
Okay.
So I listened to those 5 songs on repeat. 'Cause it's, I was still paying for music then, and I paid for music for like 2 years, even though Spotify had been like long out for a while. So I heard The Way a lot.
A lot. I heard The Way a lot. I had my parents buy it for me on iTunes, and it was part of our experience. It was part of our like our little drive up to New York playlist, and I'm obsessed with that song. It was
great.
It was a very formative. The music video was a very formative experience for me.
How so?
I had a crush on Mac Miller. I had a crush on Mac Miller.
That makes sense.
And when he was kissing on her at the end of it, I was like, wow, I wish that were me.
I wish that were me.
Wow, I wish that were me.
But it wasn't, unfortunately.
But I didn't know what that meant yet. I did not know what that meant yet.
I did not know what that meant.
I did not understand what that meant.
I'm sorry, but you will one day.
I still don't understand, but I'm gonna get it. I'm looking for the answer. What? When
am I gonna be gay? One day, Dustin.
One day.
So, and then the other singles are like Baby I, which is really good.
Even now.
Baby I is one of my favorites.
Still holds up.
I think those are the only singles.
Yeah, I guess
Yours
so.
Truly is very popular, and it gives her a fan base.
Right.
And The Way is pretty big, but it's not a huge album.
There was another single.
What was it?
That one she did with Big Sean.
Oh, Right There.
Yeah, that's the one.
Got it. I thought that was on... Oh, no. Big Sean. True.
Huge.
Future lover. She's got 2 future lovers.
Yep.
And so it's... Yours Truly is... Let's talk about it.
Okay, we can talk about it.
I'm gonna describe it to because it's not worth listening to. But if you haven't heard it.
But it also kind of is.
No.
Oh, okay.
I disagree.
Okay.
There's only a few songs that don't make me want to vom.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why this album makes me want to vom.
Okay.
Because this is to me one of the first examples of this like revival of like vintagey 60s, 50s aesthetics.
Sure.
This is All About That Bass, which really turns the tide.
It was like right before?
Like right before, like a year or two. And it's not, it's a mix of those like vintagey sounds and 90s R&B and like soon to be pop trap.
It's way too much.
It is so much and none of it is listenable.
Nope.
Except for Baby I and The Way. And my favorite is Honeymoon Avenue, Honeymoon Avenue has one huge problem.
It's the Rascals!
It's the tag, obviously.
I hate producer tags. That's just me, though.
I like some of them if they're funny.
Okay, sure.
But the acapella introduction is a huge flaw, but everything else is so good that I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Actually, it has this weird trap outro.
Yeah, it does.
But I can put it all away because it's it's the only song that I feel like nails that kind of like 60s style very well, and I like it. It's just I want to cut the intro and the outro.
And also the outro.
But I like it so much it's okay.
Okay.
It's kind of, it just, when you listen to it, it's just so of that era.
It's almost painfully
and
so,
then it,
which is why I don't like it.
It shifted. It's kind of interesting when you think about like 2013 to 2016 and how fast, even to now, like the pop landscape has been moving at like insanely fast speeds. Yep. Internet probably.
Internet, absolutely.
But I'm not here to talk about that.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist or anything.
I think I'm not gonna. Should I play Honeymoon Avenue? It's really long.
Don't play it.
So I won't play it. I have a playlist on my Spotify called Uhh.
Yeah. And
I chose the best song, in my opinion. But honestly, I might replace Honeymoon Avenue with Baby I.
I would replace it with The Way.
Everybody knows The Way. But I like Baby I more than The Way.
Yeah. And yet...
Because Baby I, she sings really high.
Oh, sorry.
Every time I try to say the words, I always gonna go to baby. I'll probably remove it and replace it with Baby I.
Right.
Anyway. So that's the best honorable mention from that album, Baby I, but again, I'll probably swap them.
Mm-hmm.
Worst popular song. Does anybody know? Do you remember that one?
I do remember that one. I was obsessed with that song for a little while.
Her version of Popular from Wicked.
So, is that her song or is that Mika's song?
It's on her album.
Interesting.
So, it's her song, but Mika's featured, or Micah.
Mika,
I don't know.
My understanding of it was always that it was more his song.
It's on her album.
That's true, but I think it's also on one of his albums.
They're sharing the wealth.
Clearly.
They're sharing the wealth.
It's not a good song. Was Wicked just like in at the time?
No, she's just a theater kid.
Well, that's true. I think he's gay, so I guess that's also part of it.
All gay people are theater kids.
Prove me wrong.
I mean, you were a theater kid and I was a theater kid,
yeah, so past tense.
Well,
Sorry.
Sorry. In no context should you ever take a musical theater song
and sample it.
And
this is something she will do again.
For what? Oh, you just anticipate it?
7 Rings.
That's true, but that's not Wicked. That's like
I guess. So are you saying like
my favorite things? It was like is a just generally important song.
Are you
in
drawing
pop
the
culture.
line at like a contemporary musical song?
Yes, because then I can tell you're more of a theater kid. Favorite things is like a really important song, like American.
Sure, but like it's
music.
also she's totally using it as like a theater thing.
I don't interpret it that way.
I'm glad
find
that you
song
don't interpret it that way.
Everybody knows favorite things, whether or not you're a theater person. Everybody knows that.
Everybody
song.
knows it, but what do people associate it with?
I think it's just a song that's like easily used, and I don't agree with you.
Okay.
Because everybody knows that song. Everybody knows favorite things.
Right, but why?
Because it came from a popular musical, but also hear me out. Back in times with like Rodgers and who did that?
Hammerstein?
No, that wasn't their thing. Somebody wrote that. That was in the time when musicals, really popular songs from musicals were just on the radio and their sheet music was just spread around and stuff.
Right.
So it goes beyond musical.
I would say I would agree with you if we were doing this radio show when that musical came out. But now
musical? Sound of Music?
Yeah, but now I do think that it is kind of intrinsically linked to Sound of Music, at least in the pop cultural zeitgeist.
I could not disagree more. I could not just... So many people know that song but don't know Sound of Music.
Okay. But even then, I think... Okay.
So many... I mean...
I think it's true that so many people know that song without knowing Sound of Music.
If you don't know anything about Sound of Music, but you know the song, My Favorite Things.
I think making it becoming a cultural standard is through Sound of Music. We don't have time to talk about this.
Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe if you're on my side and not Justin's, and you don't know anything about the Sound of Music. What are they going to do if
they're on my side?
Shush, they're gonna shut up. Anyway, I'm not. Yours truly is very bad.
Yeah, but it's not her worst album.
There's many. We'll get there.
There are a couple candidates.
I think it's a candidate for sure. Just because I find it so unlistenable.
At least more than 2 candidates.
I'm going to say there's
3 candidates, yeah.
3 candidates.
Which would be more than 2.
That's right. I was going to say 2.5. Anyway, the next one to me I think is worse.
Speaking of candidates.
And it's My Everything.
Uh-huh.
And My Everything came out pretty soon after, to my understanding.
Wasn't it like a year turnaround?
It was very fast, but I can also look on the internet and find out. Because I'm almost certain yours truly is 2013. Let's see, albums. Yep, yours truly 2013, My Everything 2014.
Yep, like I said.
And My Everything is... Ariana Grande leaves behind pretty much all of the 60s.
Right, all of it, every single thing.
And it leaves leaves the like trap pop kind of thing, and leaves some of the R&B, but very little, mostly just trap pop. Yep, trap pop. Let's get it.
I'm so glad we can speak to Ariana in a language she understands, which is Italian.
Which is my everything's bad.
Yeah.
Even the singles are bad.
I haven't even listened to it all the way through. I've listened to Yours Truly all the way through. I could not get through all of my everything.
I like Problem.
Yeah, it's a good song.
I like
Small money better be better without you.
Love Me Harder is the best on the album. That's my best.
I think it's one of her best songs.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's got a very pretty melody.
Yeah.
I think Break Free is horrendous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now that I've become who I really are.
Yeah. That's a Zed song, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
And you can tell because it sounds bad.
Yeah.
And then One Last Time is boring.
Is that also a Zed song?
One Last Time?
Yeah.
I don't think so. It's not credited with him.
Oh.
I mean, he didn't feature himself.
Sure.
So it could very well be.
Okay.
I can also look that up as well.
Yeah.
He's so pleased, but also I don't care.
Well, then I could look it up if you want, but my phone's over
I'm
there.
already looking it up. You're late.
Do you have the Genius app?
I do.
Oh.
It is not produced by Zed. It's produced by like a crew of people I don't know.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
There's very little of substance. It is all incredibly... Oh, Bang Bang is on the deluxe version, which is great.
Oh, it is?
It's on the deluxe version.
Okay.
Yes. Love that song.
Okay.
That's fun. It's kind of funny, too.
Right.
That was Jessie J's last go.
Did you hear about the whole thing?
What thing?
There was like a little controversy about it where Jessie J says like, oh, Nikki didn't want to be on the song, and Nikki was like, why are you saying that? Why did you say that?
That makes sense.
It's not true.
I don't care.
I don't like either of those people.
What's not to like about Jessie J?
What is there to like about Jessie J?
She kind of has a similar problem to like a Carly Rae Jepsen or a Tori Kelly, where the managers just didn't care.
Yeah, but like her music is so much worse.
So I kind of feel. I haven't listened to it. Have you listened to it?
No, exactly. That's the whole thing.
Well, then I'm not gonna judge it because I'm.
Oh, now we're not judging people?
Judging what? Oh no, I'm judging. I'm not gonna judge her music if I haven't listened to it.
Okay.
I've listened to enough of Demi Lovato's to know I don't like it.
Okay.
But I know 2 songs by Jessie J.
I think that's everything we need to know about Jessie J.
And I like price tags. I think it's funny. It's kind of embarrassing.
I'm feeling sexy and free.
That is not the song.
I know it isn't. I just wanted to say I'm feeling sexy and free.
I don't remember the next lyric after that.
I don't think I do either. I also don't know it. I was just trying to introduce myself to you as feeling sexy and free.
Oh, I remember that meme. No, I don't know if anybody knows that joke. I'm feeling sexy
funny.
And free.
I'm feeling sexy and free.
I'm going to tell this to the audience. Do you remember that trend on TikTok where, like, I don't even know how to describe it.
For one thing, I think it started on Twitter.
Oh,
it did start on Twitter. Because there was, like, a time where someone...
Where it'd be like me introducing myself when my name is Sexy, first name and last name and free.
Oh, I think my favorite one was someone did that one part from Take a Bow by Rihanna, where it's like me when I'm introducing my friend. That quite a show, very entertaining.
Oh yeah,
that was quite a show, very entertaining.
Yeah, I did not know. Thank you for describing that meme that I didn't know how to describe.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Anytime.
It was very important to me in 2018 when it first happened.
Oh, your audio went out. Well. No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes,
am I back now?
Yes.
Anyway, what I said was that it was very important to me in 2018 when it happened.
That was 2018? I felt like that was like last year.
I have a distinct memory of it on Twitter being in 2018 because it was when we were in that play, when me and Sophia were in that play that I can't, with the title that I can't say on the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also nobody knows you.
Yeah, but I know. But I'm giving you the context. I don't care about the audience.
I don't want that context.
Now you have it. Now you've got it.
I don't want it.
Too bad.
No, but I feel like that meme had a resurgence on TikTok.
It absolutely had a resurgence on TikTok.
I like that meme. This is off topic. Ariana Grande probably doesn't even know about this meme.
Yeah, and she is listening right now.
We can't talk about anything that Ariana Grande doesn't know about. Legally.
We're gonna scare her off. She'll never listen to the show again.
Anyway, yours truly is bad and boring, except for the songs that are not.
Yeah.
This seems to be Love Me Harder's first attempt at horny Ariana Grande.
Mm-hmm.
Like it.
Yeah.
But it's also pretty subtle because she's still in her cat ears phase with the Starbucks Frappuccino cup in her hand and sweater paws. Sweater paws go on till this day.
Yeah, they do. There seems to be a pretty recurring trend, though, in her first couple of albums where it's like there are 2 songs that are good and the rest of them is like, why did we make this?
They are both equally bad. It's just a matter of would you rather have boring or would you rather have boring but with a 60s flair?
boring, but produced by the Rascals.
It's the Rascals. I don't know who the Rascals are. I don't know what else they've done.
They did her terrible cover of Last Christmas.
I like the cover of Last Christmas.
I hate that cover so much. It's so bad.
I'm looking up the Rascals.
Were they at all involved in Meghan Trainor's career? Is that why we have her?
Let's see. The Rascals. Nope. They went on. They're still producing Ariana's music, produced songs and positions.
What?
Which makes sense because it's kind of a return to form in some ways.
What songs?
Nasty and Safety Net. Two that are boring.
Yeah, two that I actually hate.
And produced a Drake song.
Which one?
I will bring up Drake later.
Oh,
I don't know any
okay.
Drake
I guess
songs.
we're gonna bring up Drake later.
One on the new one with the pregnant people. I don't know.
I hate that album.
But yeah, pretty much
I love
the
when I hate
Rascals
things I've
are
never
making
listened to.
boring things. Anyway, yours truly. Nope, My Everything. That's the one we're talking about.
Yep.
Best song, Love Me Harder. Honorable mention, Problem. Everybody knows that one. That's a great Iggy Azalea impression.
I'm 2 for 2 on impressions today.
You are.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
Worst song is Hands on Me. If
I've
anybody
never
knows that,
listened to
it's
it.
bad. It sounds horrendous.
Okay.
It's another weird attempt at being horny, but this time it's awkward.
Okay.
And hard to listen to. I never want to talk about this album again. There's nothing to talk about.
So we can move
Flop.
on.
I don't know what people see in those two albums that people are so nostalgic for, besides maybe the aesthetic.
They're nostalgic for the nostalgia.
Nostalgic for the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so poignant.
Yeah, I know.
And now we go into, this is the transition to good Ariana Grande. The next album, which is Cantankerous Woman.
She's so cantankerous
She's
here.
so cantankerous.
Ariana, you are so cantankerous, queen, and that's why I like you.
This is the beginning of her more, like, sexy, slick. The songs
She got latex bunny ears on.
It's such a good album cover.
She is horned up and ready to go.
And ready to just slip
slip
around.
And slide down a slip and slide.
Down a slip and slide. She's ready to go to the water park. That's what this album's really about.
This is her swimming attire.
She's going to Great Wolf
And you want to know what's
Lodge
dangerous?
today. What?
A slip and slide.
That's true.
They're very dangerous.
They're so dangerous.
For adults especially, they're very dangerous.
How do you know? Why more for adults than children?
Because your body's bigger.
You got more bones.
You have fewer bones. You actually have fewer bones.
75% more bones?
No, they have fewer. I thought they have fewer bones.
Don't worry about that.
I've stopped worrying about it.
It's true. You can look it up.
Okay. You've got a computer in front of you. Why don't you look it up?
Children actually only have a total of 7 bones.
Shut up.
It's true.
Shut.
I'm telling the truth.
Shut your mouth.
I would never lie. I'm not lying. Anyway.
Just like George Washington. I never lie.
Just like George Washington had 7 bones as well.
And all of them came from slaves. Hey, yo.
Oh.
Hey, yo.
That's kind of the meme where it's like, have you seen the video? It's one of those, the line where it's like one of those videos, Jubilee videos.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it's a clip from one of those, this lady, like, talking to another woman. She's like, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name's Nancy.
Oh, yeah,
I like
yeah,
that
yeah.
name. It's actually the name of my aunt who was
And she's like,
a slave.
And she's like, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, sorry.
Does everybody know what I'm
I do remember that. It's actually not Jubilee, it's the cut.
What's the difference?
One's Jubilee, one's the cut.
Okay.
They're 2 different things.
This is part 2 of us explaining a joke that nobody knows. Anyway, Dangerous Woman. What I like about this album is it's significantly cleaner. But in a good way.
Despite the fact that she's so dangerous, it's actually a lot cleaner.
It's actually a lot cleaner because she's doing really dangerous and illegal things on this album.
She literally, jaywalks.
Jaywalks? Oh my god, she jaywalks.
It's dangerous.
That's dangerous, Ariana.
It's dangerous.
God, you can't do that. She ran a red on this album.
My problem with Dangerous Woman is that I have, nothing to say about it.
I have things to say. So this is for me.
Okay.
I'm turning your mic off. I'm going to talk about it.
Oh, good. I can kick you out of the show now.
I turned it off. I'm just kidding. You can talk now.
That was so mean.
Dangerous Woman is cleaner, but it doesn't get rid of any personality, and there's so much better hooks, and it's just generally sexier. At worst, the songs are forgettable, but I'm not usually bored in the moment.
Sure.
Her vocals are way better, too. Because I'd say the beginning half of this song, I'm going to say the first 9 songs are just hit after hit after hit.
Right.
Moonlight, great intro, best Ariana Grande intro.
Do you believe the theory that Moonlight was supposed to be its own album, and that's where Focus came from? And then, somewhere along the way, she scrapped the whole thing, apparently?
I don't know. I don't really care.
Okay. I just wanted to share that.
I hope she scrapped half this album, or we'll go into that later.
Okay.
Moonlight, great intro. Dangerous Woman, great single. Great lead single. Yeah. Be All Right, fun and cute. Yeah. Short, fun, cute. No, not many problems with that.
It's like very much of the, like, I don't know how to describe it, but like the way it sounds, where it's like kind of islandy. Yeah, it's very like of that year. Not even of that time, like of the year. Yeah.
Why play the music when I can just sing them? Why even play them?
I don't know. What do we do? What do we
That's why I'm not playing it.
That's why I'm not playing any of the music. I'm singing it for you.
Into is my favorite on this album. It's one of the best pop songs. Nothing about it is like
I would simply
like 2016.
I would simply have to agree with you.
It is one of Ariana Grande's best songs.
It's one of the best songs. Yeah.
It's really
one of the
good.
best songs ever.
Side to Side is fun. I think it's just fun. I think it's just fun. Another really, really horny song. One of her horniest songs.
Yeah.
Just pretty explicit.
Uh-huh.
Love it. I think it's fun. Let Me Love You is kind of mellow.
Is that the one with Lil Wayne?
Yeah. I don't like his verse.
No, he's not. I don't like him.
I don't care him.
I don't like his. I just hate his voice.
Yeah. But her voice, this is kind of where she nails the more mellow, like more relaxing, kind of low sound. And I can just appreciate how she sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Greedy is just fun.
Wow.
Greedy's such a fun
Love
song. Leave Me Lonely is one of my favorites. There's a really cool like Macy Gray introduction who does this like.
And your love.
You're no good for me.
Yeah, you're doing it better. You're doing it better.
Yeah, you turn me away. Like I'm begging for.
Yeah. I am genuinely impressed by how much of this episode has been like us doing stuff like this.
Reciting the songs.
Yeah, performing them.
We're performing.
Ariana Grande, you better watch out. We're coming for you and your music.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Macy Gray, I'm going to kill you.
Don't say that.
I'm not going to kill you. She's alive, right?
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
Anyway, song number 9 is Every Day. Just another, like, really short, kind of fun pop song.
Once we get past...
You give it to me every day. Every day.
Oh, yeah, that one.
I like the music video.
I won't lie. There's a music video for it?
Yeah, it's just people kissing.
Oh, cool.
And making a mess.
I will not lie. Once we get past the Macy Gray song, I don't remember.
There's a song sometimes that I've heard a million times, but I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
There's literally no other good songs, actually.
It's too long.
I don't care about Sometimes. I've heard it before. Can't remember how it goes. That's pretty much the epitome of the rest of these songs. Mm-hmm. I've heard them. I know them. I just don't remember how any of them go. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I've heard it. Don't remember how it goes.
Album
I don't care.
Too long.
Bad Decisions. Oh, I remember Touch It. Ain't nobody gonna touch it. Nope, they sound the same. I could sing it too. It wouldn't matter.
Album too long.
Literally, after song 9, I don't care about any of these songs.
It's too long.
It's too long.
And this is like the only time that Ariana has had that problem. Like.
This is the second time. Third time.
Really? That it's too long?
Fourth time, actually. Fourth time.
That it's too long?
Yeah, fourth time too long.
I feel like most Ariana Grande albums are like too short. Or like not too short, but like
actually, I don't know how long
they're like the right length.
But this song this is Dangerous Woman has 17 songs.
That's too many songs.
I care about 9 of them.
And one of them is like a dual song too. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
It's like too many.
The worst is the final song, which is Jason's songs, where she goes back to doing kind of the 60s sound again. I don't know why. It's not good. It's not good. It's just that's what makes this album a huge problem. How long is Yours Truly? Yours Truly has many songs, right? Nope, it has 12. I think right now the only version of My Everything is the deluxe one.
But doesn't it have like not that many still?
It has 15.
That's still not
still
crazy.
Too many.
It's too many, but like you go to Dangerous Woman and it's like 18.
It's 17. It's too many.
It's too many.
And when only 9 are worth listening to, I would like.
So
I could excuse 2 of those songs.
People very vehemently believe this album to be her best one,
which is
false.
Beyond wrong.
It is false.
Beyond wrong, because there's so many songs that are just so boring.
It is like obviously false.
And listen, there's some great standouts. And there's some fun, short pop songs. But then it goes back into these kind of like bland, My Everything sounding songs that I just don't care about. And that's what I like. Why do you care about anything from Sometimes to Jason's song? Like from that area, how do you tell me how you care?
Jason's song?
Jason's song gave it away. Her voice sounds great, but it's it's got this embarrassing like acoustic guitar.
Oh.
I don't want to. Maybe I'll play some of these songs if I have time. But I want to talk about everything first.
Okay.
Because I hate running out of time.
Yeah,
so many things to say.
So like I don't love it. Like I like the songs that I like.
Mm-hmm.
And then every other song that I don't like, I really don't like.
It's just boring. I mean, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
I hate it in the same way that I hate My Everything, where everything's so boring and I just skip it.
Yeah.
And this becomes a problem later.
But I think it's made worse by the fact that everyone's like, but this is the best one.
Yeah.
This is the best one. This is where she peaked. Because they're like,
couldn't be more
you do
wrong.
have like a sect of Ari stans. Do you want to talk about Ari stans?
I'm going to do that at the end.
You have a sect of Ari stans who do genuinely believe that like she should go back to doing this and that everything. But
they don't think that way.
But
we'll talk about this later when we get to it.
Okay. You want to move on?
We'll have sex with that bridge when we get to it.
That's obscene.
Yes.
That's obscene.
This was also a very important era for me because this album was an awakening for me personally. Just thought I'd share.
Okay.
You shared your awakening. This is mine.
That's true. I'm so glad we both had Ariana Grande related awakenings.
Of course. And now for one of my favorite pop albums in my lifetime.
One of the best pop albums of all time, maybe.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is so incredibly good and so incredibly divisive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the birth of Ya.
The birth of Ya. The death of Ya.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sweetener.
2018's Sweetener.
It is her only album to win a Grammy.
Yeah.
Which is good because it is
one of the only ones that deserves
a Grammy.
Sweetener is incredibly good.
Pew, 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 pew.
Sweetener
Hot
has
take.
very few... Because I think Ariana Grande fans just love... Now's the time to talk about Ari fans.
We are in the stew with Skateboard P.
We are literally
we are quite
literally
in the stew right now with Skateboard P cooking in the stew.
Cooking in the stew.
With Skateboard P.
With Skateboard P. Yellow like pee in it.
Yellow like pee in it.
Oh,
just
wait, I mean me in it. That's the lyric.
What? In what song?
I Got the Juice by Janelle.
With Pharrell in it.
With Pharrell in it.
Oh my god.
That's what I was referencing.
Oh my god.
That's not shocking. I was referencing.
I don't listen to Janelle Monáe, so it's shocking.
I like that album.
I know you do.
I haven't listened to anything else by her. I will.
Someday.
I just forget.
Sweetener.
Yum. Sweetener. I'm gonna say that the majority of the songs are produced by Pharrell Williams.
Yeah, a little
and
over
Pharrell
half.
Williams is so quirky.
So weird.
Just a quirky dude.
A weird little guy.
Just a weird little dude.
Have you ever seen him without that hat on? That's weird.
That's weird. Oh my god, have you ever seen him without a hat on?
Never. That's weird. That's so weird of him to be like that.
It's so weird. Oh my god, I'm weird. Almost every one of these songs is great.
Yeah, every single one of them, I'd say. Even the ones that Skateboard P didn't work on.
Yeah, even the ones that he didn't work on, with one exception.
Which one?
We'll get to it. I'm going to talk about every song.
Okay.
Because I have strong feelings about every song. The intro, Raindrops.
I never listened to it.
I think it's beautiful. It's just
pretty,
37 seconds.
It's pretty, I
it's 37
don't care about it, so I just go right to Blaze.
Oh, I care about it.
Okay, I'm glad
I think it's a great introduction.
It's good.
It is beautiful. It's just her singing a pretty little thing.
It's from a different song.
It's from a different song, covering a little excerpt from another song.
Yeah.
Beautiful. One of the best intros. Ties with Moonlight for me. It's short, though. And then it goes into Blaze featuring Pharrell, which is a really fun... I never know how to describe Pharrell Williams songs because they have such an interesting rhythm to them.
Bouncy.
It's bouncy.
They're so bouncy.
It's just a fun, bouncy song. It's got this really good bass line.
Pharrell really wants you to dance, but he wants you to dance if he was hitting pots and pans with a wooden spoon.
Y'all don't want to hear me. You just want to dance.
Yeah.
Just like Andre said.
Yeah.
And he was right.
Yep.
Yeah, he's beats made with bongos and shakers, like Gwen Stefani said.
It's time to make me sweat right now with that other reference. I'm literally sweating.
Oh, good.
Just a side note. I wanted to share with the audience that I'm really sweating.
You're always sweating.
When am I not?
Just in sweaty. Blaze is great. Blaze is really fun.
Blaze is great. The Light is Coming.
Light is Coming is one of my favorite Ariana Grande songs, and nobody ever talks about it.
It is the most interesting thing. I don't know how else to explain how I feel about it. It's so
weird.
wacky.
What a
sample. What a sample.
It is a great sample. Nicki's verse is good, and I do not like Nicki.
I do not care about Onika, but yet that
she
verse...
often has really embarrassing lines.
Yep.
There's few embarrassing lines from her here.
Guy. Call me Chun-Li.
I mean, Chun-Li isn't a bad guy.
Yeah.
She keeps hammering that down.
Yeah. She was really into that.
Yeah, it was weird. It made no sense.
Queen or whatever.
The Light is Coming is incredibly good. And the fact that Ari was like, this is going to be my...
this is going to be
second single? It was a relatively early single.
It was pretty early. I think it was mostly
first,
a promotion. No, the first was No Tears Left to Cry.
Oh my god, you're right.
Yeah.
So it was the third. It was the third single.
Yeah.
And the fact that she This was like a daringness that we never saw from Ariana ever again, where she just took risk after risk, and
it's
they
so
paid
bold.
off.
It's such a bold album, except I don't think The Light Is Coming did super well.
No, not at all. But again, it's too bold. I mean, she probably should have known because it's just so quirky. It's got the "you wouldn't let anybody speak," and instead over and over again. It's so good. It's really
genius.
good.
It's genius.
And it also sounds a lot like Lemon. It's like the other side of the coin of Lemon,
sure.
the NERD song with Rihanna. It's literally like Lemon is like a fun, and then like The Light Is Coming is kind of a darker version.
Yeah.
I think they have like similar samples. The Light Is Coming is one of my favorite Ariana Grande songs.
Wait a minute.
Oh yeah,
that's the sample.
That's the sample, but also the.
They're bouncy.
It's just filled with this really unique rhythm.
Yeah.
That's what I really like about Pharrell. Even when he does something weird that doesn't entirely land, I'm always entertained by it.
Absolutely.
Which is why I like a lot of Gwen Stefani's music.
Yes.
Because Pharrell's just doing whatever he wants.
And Gwen's
Stefani. Like,
yeah, I love him. I love him.
And even when it doesn't land, I'm entertained by it.
Absolutely.
This is all lands, and it maintains this aesthetic throughout the entire record, which I really like. And I think the album cover kind of matches it, where it's Ari kind of turning herself upside down, taking a lot of her tropes that she's been doing for a while, and then making them quirky.
The artistic analysis you've got on this album cover. Wow.
Symbolism? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage.
Symbolism.
And then after that, R.E.M. is so good. I know it was originally written for Beyonce, which would have also been one of my favorite Beyonce songs as well.
You've heard the Beyonce cut, right?
It's great.
Yeah, it's good.
It's because it's just such a beautiful and unique. It has these great chords that have this like really cute bouncy sound. I think Beyonce's version is a lot more dramatic. You know, of course, because it's Beyonce. A lot more dramatic.
Yeah.
And Ari's a lot cuter. And she brings kind of this like tee-hee-hee energy to this song.
It is a lot more playful than Beyonce's, which I think is like...
A lot more what?
It's a lot more playful than Beyonce's, which like Beyonce's is a little bit more... I don't want to say intense.
No matter who's on this song, honestly, it just has such great... It just sounds insanely good. It's so infectious. But I do think what Ari brings to this song that I think Beyonce... well, first of all, that kind of lighthearted, just like breath of fresh air.
Just like the lightness of her vocals.
Yeah. Beyonce would have been a whole moment, which I like, but with this song...
Because Beyonce fills the space.
She fills the whole
space. Which is how, like, you feel it on the Wake Up, like
Stop
the Wake Up
Stop
demo.
filling the space, I have to come into this room.
That is what a white woman would say.
Let me in. Oh, sorry. I'm not a woman.
I'm sorry.
So how's it feel to be a bigot? I'm turning the chair around on you this time. I'm turning the cards. Around.
Wow.
I got all aces.
Wow. Foiled again.
Foiled. Soiled it. You remember SpongeBob where he goes, soiled it. Soiled it. Anyway, R.E.M. is such a beautiful song. It's just gorgeous. And I do think what sounds better, I think, with Ari is that kind of acapella-y dum 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 dum.
Sure, yeah.
Like Beyonce, that would just be huge. But it's a lot catchier, it's a lot twangier, it's a lot lighter with Ari. And I like hearing the Beyonce version. It's on YouTube. You can find it. It's a demo. It's just a demo, though. Yeah, it's called Wake Up. But R.E.M. really good. God is a Woman is good, but the production's good.
It's not a Pharrell track.
Not a Pharrell track. I like it very clean. But if Ari didn't do a 10 on these vocals, I wouldn't care.
I do find it very interesting that none of the biggest singles off this album are Pharrell tracks.
Yeah.
Which does kind of disappoint me.
It's disappointing. I think, like, it seems like Pharrell, of course, has a huge legacy. But it seems like the people who are inspired by Pharrell have more success than Pharrell. Like Tyler.
Yeah, I would say so.
Tyler, the Creator, like, can't stop talking about Pharrell.
I would say that's at least partially true.
Partially true. Not entirely true.
His legacy is a little bit... Well, I mean, also, Pharrell made the song Happy and never has to work a day in his life ever again.
He literally doesn't have to do anything ever again.
Pharrell never, but still.
Because Pharrell knows how to make a really good quality pop song, but he's too busy being like, I'm on another layer of the dimension, here's some weird rhythm.
Yeah. Anyway,
I know he also has the thing where you can see colors.
Synesthesia?
Yes, he has synesthesia.
That's also why Pharrell is an Oscar nominee.
Oh, yeah.
Multiple Oscar nominee.
I know. Was he nominated for the Rocket?
Yeah, he was.
Movie?
As a producer. He almost won Best Picture. He could have won Best... He was never going to win that award, but he could have won Best Picture and had an Oscar. But he also was nominated for Happy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I like the song "Runnin'" from that soundtrack. It's really good. What's the name of that movie?
Hidden Figures?
Hidden Figures.
That might also be nominated
Those
for an
figures
Oscar.
weren't hidden at all. They were right on the screen. That was not a good one. I'm going to jail for that one. You're going to jail. Oh, you're laughing though. Look at this comedy. It's subjective. It is not objective.
Those figures weren't hidden at all. They were right on the screen.
They were right on the screen. They were really big. I saw it in theaters. They were really big. They were so large. They were like bigger than me. This is stupid. This is so dumb. After God is a Woman, a Sweetener, which is a great song about Mac Miller being really good at cunnilingus.
It's about Pete Davidson being really good at cunnilingus.
Really? I thought it was Mac Miller.
I mean, the thing is that it applies to both of them.
It does.
But I do think that the more explicitly positive songs on this album are about him.
Pete?
Yeah, Pete.
I didn't know.
Peter.
I don't know. They weren't together that long.
No, they weren't, but they were like really into each other when they were together.
That's true.
And so like a lot of the songs that sound like they're about Mac are a lot more melancholy or like not bitter. But they're like sad.
Who is Sweetener about?
You're gonna get one about the album. Just use your little Genius app. It's right there. You're already on the Genius app.
I didn't think it would tell me. Let's see.
Also, I think what I read somewhere that there's a line about horoscopes in Sweetener, and that's about Pete's mom.
Ah. I'm so glad we're in this little... She doesn't say what it's about.
I'm so glad we're in this little cul-de-sac where we had to figure that out.
Yeah. We didn't figure it out.
And then we didn't figure it out.
Sweetener's fun. Super, super fun.
Super fun.
And I love whenever Pharrell has like weird improvs. Sheesh. I love the sheesh.
Perfect.
So good. It just brings everything to being like so much more fun. So fun. That's kind of the epitome of like most Pharrell songs. You just want to get on the floor.
Yeah, and dance.
And then Successful's good too. Successful's so fun.
It's a surprise.
And it's a kind of a... I think Ariana is best when she's not taking herself seriously and she's being a quirky girl.
Yeah.
That's what's great about successful.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so successful.
I'm so successful.
My least favorite is Every Time.
I love that one.
I find it to be too clean, too much like a song on like Dangerous Woman.
Sure. Okay.
That's my problem.
That's also not a Pharrell song.
No. Breathing's not a Pharrell song. Breathing's fun too.
Breathing's fun.
Very catchy. Mm-hmm. No poops left to fart. I saw a meme.
What was that about?
No poops. Did I not send you that meme?
No.
It's just that.
No poops left to fart, huh?
Left to fart.
Wow.
I like that music. No, I don't like that music video. I think it's ugly. Never mind.
You don't like that music video? You think it's ugly?
No poops left to fart.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. You should be ashamed of yourself. What comes after no poops left to fart? Borderline. Missy Elliott, since Jem's not talking anymore. Missy Elliott rocks it on Borderline. It's so short, but it's so fun. It's like this really, we get back to Pharrell after like a little streak of not having any Pharrell tracks. It's really bouncy. It's really punchy. Are you gonna keep going with this bit?
I'm gonna cry. Because I got no tears left to cry. Anyway, Borderline's okay. It's not one of my favorites. It's short though, so
that's
it's not
one
a big
that
deal.
I revisit a lot, surprisingly, just because
it's not one I revisit. It's not one of my least favorites.
Pharrell's little understated producer tag, which I love so much.
How does Better Off go? I don't remember.
Better Off.
Oh, I don't like that one.
It's fine.
It's boring.
It's fine.
But that's okay.
And then Good Night and Go is a weird Imogen Heap cover.
Is it?
It's like part cover, part not cover. I didn't
know that.
I think the melody and like the bridge are both like the overall melody of the song. It's like a big sample of the song of the same name, and the bridge is from the song.
Let's see. Oh, it is.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said it.
Imogen Heap.
That's why I said it.
Imogen Heap.
Yeah.
Imogen Heap is a credit on Clean?
Yeah, she produced it.
I didn't know that.
Now you know.
Very cool. I love Good Night and Go.
It's great.
Pete Davidson is just a song about Pete Davidson.
I'm gonna be happy.
It's okay.
It's fine.
Get well soon. Very great outro.
Love it.
Makes
love
me
it
a
so
sad.
much. And then there's that little moment of silence at the end. It's such a good song.
F in the chat. Next album's Thank You
chat.
Next. And I didn't say what my favorite is. My favorite is R.E.M. I already pretty much
I think my favorite's
that.
probably Sweetener.
That's a fine choice. My honorable mention is The Light Is Coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my least favorite is probably Better Off or Every Time. But Every Time I'll listen to. I enjoy it. Better Off is my skip.
And from this point on, I'm going to say the thing that I know you disagree with, but I do hold to be true personally.
Well, I've had a change in opinion on Thank You Next.
Okay, go ahead, say it.
So next album's Thank You Next, 2019. It came out very soon after. So it was Sweetener 2018? Yeah, it came out very soon after.
Yep.
I have an appreciation for Thank You Next, but I don't love it.
I
re-listened to it recently. Mm-hmm. I think I'm kind of surprised at how positive the reaction was.
I agree. I think it's just
over
okay.
Sweetener. Because what I like, it's just left, all the creativity was kind of stripped.
Yep.
And which I've been constantly disappointed by Ariana Grande because she took nothing from the Sweetener album.
I believe that every album post Sweetener is a pale attempt sonically at doing what Pharrell does, and nobody can do it.
I absolutely do not agree with
that. That's what I was talking about, is that I think that I know I'm being loud, but I'm going to change it in post. Sonically, everybody thinks that Pharrell's beat is being like minimalist, like the minimalist R&B. And so they're trying to go for that, and they're missing all the bounce and the energy.
I don't think they're going after Pharrell.
I just don't think they are.
Because I don't think she wants to do it anymore.
What do you mean?
I just don't think... I think she's like, I had my moment of quirkiness, back to what I was doing before.
I don't think that's true at all.
Because I think she would be working with Pharrell still if she wanted to.
I think she's just doing the R&B thing with different people.
Yeah, I just think... everybody she's working with from here on out are just people who do boring, clean things. And I think she relies so heavily on the producer she's with.
Mm-hmm, sure.
And I do think if she wanted to be with Pharrell, she would still be doing things with Pharrell.
I don't know. I just, like, to me...
Nothing. Nothing about Positions or Thank You Next sounds anything like a Pharrell song. Not even an attempt.
But my thing is, like, it's not even just, like, exclusively Pharrell songs, although, like, I do still think there's a lot of... Again, there's, like... The tone of some of these songs reminds me of like the kind of stripped backedness of a Pharrell piece, but it's like specifically.
But Pharrell isn't stripped back in the same way that these are. Pharrell puts.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah.
Pharrell, I just don't think they're attempting it. I just don't. Nothing on Thank You Next sounds like a Pharrell song. Not even a little bit. Because there's so many staples. Obviously, that 4 beat, 4/4. Everywhere, not really on any of these albums. No unique rhythms, no unique melodies. There's literally nothing about any of these albums sound like Pharrell or an attempt to me. So I just don't agree with that because everything on Thank You Next is real bland.
Yes.
And Positions is even blander.
Yes.
And Pharrell has so much personality that if somebody was trying to pretend to be Pharrell, it would be more interesting.
I disagree. I think that Pharrell has a sound that he can only replicate.
Well, people who do imitate Pharrell, cough cough, early Tyler, the Creator, are more interesting than this.
Right, but I think that's because, and I'm gonna say my hottest take about it. Mm-hmm. That's the black. That's the fact that I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
I don't know who produced this record. Who produced Thank You Next?
I'm sure there probably were black people involved, but like. I genuinely believe that Pharrell, like...
Just being like...
No! Okay, Pharrell's music is, like, imbued... There's something so innately, like Black America about the... Did my mic go off again?
No.
Oh, cool, okay, I just can't hear myself sometimes. There's something so innately, like this is, like, Black American culture in a lot of Pharrell's music.
Okay.
And I do think that that's something that cannot easily be replicated by people who do not have like the same.
Oh, I know what made some of these different.
What?
Victoria Monet, I think, shapes a lot of Thank You Next.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's what it is, where everything's a little more feminine, a little more flirty, a little more pop trap.
Sure.
So anyway, I never really finished my feelings about...
Victoria Monet is giving Ariana the N-word pass. She can say it whenever.
She can't. But Ari's a person of color. She's Italian. I'm tired of this Italiophobia. I'm tired.
I just want to point out that Victoria Monet has slipped Ariana the N-word pass, and she can say it whenever she wants, but only when Victoria is in the studio with her. Only then.
Is this your headcanon?
This is my truth. This is not my... This is the truth. I can't believe I'm allowing this to be documented publicly, permanently, and forever.
Yeah, well, I do love Ariana Grande is a person of color jokes. They are funny to me.
They're very funny.
Anyway, the biggest problem with Thank You Next is, again, all the personality is gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing. It just goes full, like, 2019 trap pop.
Mm-hmm.
And there's exceptions. I like when she's a little more flirty and feminine, which is why, spoiler alert, even though I was going to say it anyway, my top track on Thank You Next is Thank You Next.
Okay.
Because it just sounds great.
Okay, yeah.
Do-do, 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 do-do. It's just a great melody.
Yeah.
And then it's not too heavy on anything that's going to be too outdated in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It's like on songs like... I mean, I love this song personally because it's so catchy, but Seven Rings is already sounds dated.
Yes.
And Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored. Again, that's one of my favorite songs. Is very dated already.
Yeah.
It's just relies so heavily on current day trends. I'm happy that this album exists. I think it's her best lyric writing. Not that it's outstanding. She's never been a great songwriter.
Right.
But it is, her most vulnerable.
She's only been doing it for the past, couple of albums.
She didn't write anything from her first few albums?
Not a lot. Not a whole lot, from what I recall.
I don't remember. But she's not a
I mean, she was like
songwriter.
a kids TV show star. It makes sense that she was just handed songs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I also don't feel like fact-checking that. I don't care. There's just not enough variety sonically.
No.
I love Imagine. Great vocal performance. This is also what's been bothering me the past two albums.
Mm-hmm.
She's just kind of like only throwing in good vocals whenever she wants to. It's not the norm, it's the exception.
Sure.
She's kind of staying in this like... You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she's singing like the same note.
Right.
She's like sing-talking now instead of singing. Like Sweetener and even Dangerous Woman, she was just giving it her vocals.
She was singing.
She was singing.
She was singing.
And now everything's like... Yeah, that's also what's been bugging me.
Mm-hmm.
But
she's coasting, which is fine.
She kind of is coasting.
Because
this album I can give it because it made sense for this album because she's more putting everything out there, putting how she's been feeling, after all this trauma, after all these difficult things. She's putting it out there, so it made sense for this album. The worst song on this album, in my opinion, what did I write? Did I even put one? There's not really one song in particular that I find to be bad.
It's all kind of boring.
Which is the one that I skip? I skip... Painting a picture. I thought I knew who you were. Oh, is that in my head? I don't remember.
That's in my head, yeah.
They kind of blend together. It's just not... It's just... kind of rides on the fact that it's emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of the problem I have with it.
Yep.
But I will say... I like Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored.
Yeah, it's great.
I think people don't like that song because, again, they don't think that she's joking. She's clearly being quirky.
Right.
Whenever, Ariana's being, quirky, I like it. We don't have much time, so let's talk about positions.
Let's talk about switching the positions for you.
Which is why I love the first album. The first song on Positions is Shut Up.
Do not like it.
I love it.
Do not like it.
It's like her taking kind of her lush sound, but making it not cringy.
Mm-hmm.
And her voice actually sounds good.
I think it's so half-baked. It's so...
It's like the least half-baked song on this album.
It's just the string. I don't know. I find it so underwhelming.
No, that's the only one I'm not underwhelmed by. I give that the X.
Interesting.
I'm giving that the X.
What are you
X
giving the
Factor
X?
X.
Oh, okay. Giving my opinion the X?
Yes.
Well, that's too bad, because I'm giving your opinion the X.
What?
So.
I love Shut Up. That one's great. 3435 is my favorite on the album.
It's the only good song.
Motive is boring.
Yeah.
Everything about Motive is boring.
Sorry, Doja.
Just like I'm just going to say it. Every other song on this album is boring.
Not worth listening to.
Here's the ones that are good. Shut Up, except unless you care about Justin's opinion more than mine.
Why wouldn't you?
You should listen to
Why
Shut Up.
wouldn't you? I'm a
it's
man.
Good.
Why wouldn't you care more about
But what I like about Shut Up, it's her kind of doing her Yours Truly era sound, but making it not cringe. And that's what I like about that song. 3435 is funny. It's her being goofy. That's what makes Ariana Grande
I'm sick of
good.
that song too, honestly.
Which one? 3435?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it a lot. I played it to myself a lot.
Played it to myself too much.
I like my hair. Her voice.
Yeah, that's a good
she's
one.
not. That's one of the times when her voice is good and she's trying.
That's it.
Positions.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I mean, it's one of the most. It's one that I don't skip. And POV also one that I don't skip.
Nope.
You hate POV. I think it's fine.
It. I think I like West Side.
I don't like West Side. West Side's boring.
I think that's it.
West Side is boring.
That's it for me.
I'd say Love Language is the only one that's closer.
How does that one go?
You can think my love language.
Oh, that one's boring.
No, it's got way more of a melody than any other song.
So it's boring.
Yeah, this entire album is boring. This is her Drake era. This is what I wanted to say.
She's spinning her wheels. It's really uninteresting.
This is an album full of. It's a 14-song album filled with a bunch of short songs, none of which are very good. And I think this is her attempt at doing a Drake-style album where you just have an album that's really long. This is not the deluxe edition. She has a deluxe edition.
Which has, 4 more tracks in it?
Yeah. It's really, really boring. There's literally nothing on this album. I've never been... I really hope that, she wakes up and is But it doesn't matter because she made enough money.
She's on The Voice now. It doesn't matter.
She's on The Voice now.
I saw somebody say
maybe she'll do a country crossover album with Bleach.
I saw somebody say that Positions was her testing the waters to see how little she could do while making as much money as possible.
Yeah.
So that she can just kind of be comfortable forever.
How well did it chart?
Pretty well.
Did it chart more? I feel like...
Probably not more than Thank You Next, but
Thank You
I
Next
think
was
more
probably one of her most successful because I think she had more number ones. She had 2 number ones.
Because POV, I'm pretty sure, was top 10.
Yeah. Positions was number 1.
Positions was number 1 for a little while. Nope.
34-35 remix.
And nope. Both versions, I think.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure both versions were up there. The original was at least top 10.
What else was on the charts?
And the remix was
there
absolutely...
anything else interesting on the charts? I don't think there was.
Probably not. It was really stagnant, period. But still, it did well. It did, really well.
There's also nothing... I will say, I think also just when she released it. Because honestly, nothing came out
I think that it probably would have done about as well if she'd released it, at any other point. Because people just really like Ariana right now. She's really easy to get into.
It is it's just one of the most disappointing things
It is startlingly
I've ever
underwhelming,
seen.
and I don't like it.
And I think this is also... I think this is some of her attempt to... kind of go back to the My Everything era, because that's the era that all the Ari stans want.
I really don't see it.
Well, it's just going back to really boring pop music.
Oh, okay.
Where there's no personality, it's just, she's just, like My Everything. My Everything was her taking, the popular pop trends at the time and just putting her voice over them.
Okay, yeah.
This is the same thing.
Okay.
To me.
Sure.
That's why I call this album a return to form.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's kind of what she was doing. But at least with, there's enough prose to think. There's not really any songs I would cut on Thank You Next, really.
Mm-hmm.
It's short enough. She kind of paints a picture of how she was feeling. And it has a lot more personality. It's like they took Thank You Next and then cut all the personality in half.
The mythology of Thank You Next saves the fact that it's not a great album, and then so this is just Thank You Next without all of the backing.
I like Thank You Next more than you do because I do think it's so successful at what it does.
Sure.
This is not successful at all.
Yeah.
Positions is just there is nothing I care about on it.
Yeah.
Enough. And anything I like isn't taken far enough.
Nope.
And so this is a message to Ariana Grande.
Get
a better producer. Better. Care more. Have fun. Is she having fun? I want to know because it doesn't seem like it. It seems like she just did this because she had to. Because it was high time.
I think that Ariana is going to be the next Rihanna, and that once she finds another thing to do that isn't music that sticks, she's absolutely going to stop doing music.
Yeah. We'll see how her beauty line does. She's got a beauty line coming out.
Yeah.
And I just hope she finds inspiration somewhere.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
That's it.
Ari, I know you're listening.
I know you're listening.
And we got through everything.
Yep.
And now it's time.
Anyway, in conclusion, if you don't like Sweetener, it is because, in the words of one of my favorite people from the internet, whose name I no longer remember, it is because you are anti-black.
Yeah.
Amen. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. That's it.
Do you have anything else to say about why you should like Sweetener? No, I hope I didn't cut you off when you were talking about how Sweetener sang about and black people.
I just played the race card. I think we got it. I think
That's all I needed to do.
Yeah. I'm not kidding. Yeah.
Okay. Work.
Yeah.
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 Signing out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.